I'm just on my way to Neath College to film the Performing Arts Department's show. And I don't know what the show is, but I just know it's going to be spectacular. Apparently, they've spent weeks building a set. And Dan, Ash, and Colin have practically built a house with staircases, landing, a lot. So they've been building it from scratch. The talent in that college is just phenomenal. Absolutely love their shows. Normally, I just get an email. That's why I don't know what the show is. I normally just get an email saying, "Can you come down and film the show?" So I'll go down and set up and film it. I just hope I can do them justice because they're incredible and they're so lovely with it. I've always said this in every video. This college is just such a friendly, lovely college. It always starts from the top. Vicky, who's the head of the whole performing arts and creative department, she's just so humble and down to earth. So it cascades down. So all the lecturers are incredible, but so humble. And then the students are exactly the same. I just love this college. I'm guessing I'll probably need about 20 cameras to cover every angle. And also because it's performing arts instead of dance. When it's dance, it's what you need to do is show the dancers. But when it's performing arts, people talking, like in a movie where you want to see the person's face as they talk. So if two people are standing opposite each other talking, you can cut from one person to another. It really makes it more like a movie. That's why I need so many cameras today. I've been told it's going to be a long show. It's about 2.5 hours long. I think it's some Victorian play. I don't know who's written it or what it's called. So, but it is going to be fantastic. Today I heard there was a really bad crash on M4. So I'm rather worried that I might get stuck in traffic because apparently it's backed up and it's caused gridlock in Swansea. Oh yes, I can see in front. It's already... right, I'm going to take this exit here because the front is just solid. It's traffic solid. Hopefully I can find a way around it, otherwise I'm going to be late. On the left hand side, building you see is Swansea's Brangwyn Hall. And I used to do a lot of high profile events there, radio awards, Evening Post Awards, Swansea Awards, Swansea City Council events there. So I used to do loads of events, but because obviously with everything that happened with the virus and everything, and I look at, as you probably know from previous videos, I look after loads of elderly neighbors and my parents. So I can't risk it. I've had to give up all the events completely. The building you see on the left-hand side, the church, used to be 3 cinemas called Studios 1, 2, and 3 when I was little. Downstairs was Studio 1, which was bigger. Then Studio 2 was the middle floor. And Studio 3 was a tiny little room, like a almost living room. But I've got some really good memories. I used to come here all the time when I was a child. Oh, it looks like I've had traffic here as well. Oh no. I'll find a way. As I was saying, I absolutely love Neath College's shows. The beauty of it is, one of the things you notice with all the shows, the past students come down and pay to watch the shows. And that's how you know how much they love the college. Because if they didn't, they wouldn't want to come back. They won't want to pay to come back. I am getting rather worried though about this traffic. The problem is because there's so many cameras I have to set up, I need loads of time. I've just bought loads of solar panels as well. So what I want to do is make sure my operation is completely off grid. So it uses 100% solar panel and batteries. I'm just trying to be more environmentally conscious about what I'm doing. I put a meter on the plug that shows me how much wattage my computers, printers use. I was shocked. I use about 500 watts of electricity. And then when you're rendering, it goes up again because the computer is using maximum power to render videos. So you look at about 700 watts. 700 watts of power, and that's almost on a daily basis. So when I'm not out filming, I'm always editing, because unlike most jobs, what you do is I mean, no disrespect to other jobs, but when you go, if you're, say, a plumber, builder, or whoever, you go and do a job, you come home, your job's finished. You don't have to do anything else. But with the creative industry, photography, filming, when you're out on a job, that's just 20% of the work. Majority of the work's done editing, sitting in front of a computer, just editing. On the left-hand side, that tall building that you see is actually student accommodation. It's crazy how many really nice student accommodations have been built around Swansea. Some of them got cinemas actually in the whatever it's called, the building. And so student has got gyms, cinemas, restaurants. So students, literally, it's like a city in its own right. Completely different to when I was a student. When I was a student, I used to share a room with another guy, and that was luxury. But now, students have so many amazing facilities available for them in Swansea. Anyway, I don't know about other places, but they're making, Swansea Council is making some massive changes to Swansea. As you can see on the right hand side, they're building new building constantly, and the roads have changed completely. The road we're on now, I remember when I was a child, there was an Odeon on the right hand side where you see the building work that's going on, Odeon Cinema, and everything was really old, but now it's turning into a proper city, big city, modern city. So credit to Swansea Council. They've done a fantastic job in changing Swansea and how it looks. I'm getting seriously worried about this traffic, because I need to be in Neath College by 3 o'clock at the latest to be able to set up. The problem is, when I get there, I have to carry all the equipment to the theatre, and that in itself takes about 15 minutes. So every minute counts. Every minute counts. When I heard there was a traffic on M4, I naturally set up as much as I can, like formatted the cameras, as I've done as much setting up as I can, so to save time. But still, I've never seen Swansea this busy and this gridlocked at 2 o'clock. I mean, if it was a rush hour, yeah, but I don't know what's going on. It must be that accident on M4. I just hope when I get there, they're doing rehearsals, because it always helps with camera angles and positioning the cameras and setting the focus and everything when they're doing rehearsals, because then I know exactly where to place cameras. And it's not, a lot of my work is experience and guesswork. But when I actually watch the rehearsal, then it minimizes the guesswork, because I know exactly where everybody's going to be, where the key places are, key moments. So it does help a lot. I just realized there's no right turn, and I need to turn right here at the lights. So what I'm going to do is be creative. The road that you see on the left hand side, I'm going to go, that's the entrance to Dragon Hotel, where it goes in front of the Dragon Hotel. So what I'm going to do is turn in there and then go around, turn right. You see what I mean? I'm going to cheat the system. I'm going to turn left here. That's Dragon Hotel on the left hand side. Lovely hotel. And then I'm going to turn right here, because I can go straight then. I don't know why they've done this, to be honest. I know they do loads of like market research to minimize traffic jams, but it just makes things difficult. I could have just turned right. What you see in front is completely different. Even the pavement on the left hand side, completely different to when I was a child. Everything is like a modern city. I can't believe the difference. The Swansea I used to remember versus this Swansea is just completely different cities. Thing with me is I never break the speed limit, and so even when I'm running late, it causes me anxiety, because I know I'm running late, but I also know I never break the speed limit. So I'm stressing to get there without without breaking the speed limit. One of the guys in college called Lewis, and I've known him for years. He's been in many shows and what have you. Apparently, his sister Evie is a fan of my videos, and so I'm going to give a shout out to Evie and Lewis, obviously. So there's another student that's on stage today, Abby, which again another pupil I've known for many years. She used to dance for, oh, she still does, I think, for a school I used to film for. And that is quite funny, because some of these pupils I've known for years, and I remember them as children. And now that, some of them, like Lewis is taller than me, and Abby is same height as me, and they were little kids. Where does the time go? This is something I always say I struggle with, is how quickly time goes by and how quickly children grow up. I always feel like an uncle. It's like they're my nieces and nephews, and I really, really miss them when I don't see them. So that's why I'm upset, because I know like this show I'm filming is going to be a handful of the students' last show, because they're final year and they're moving on to bigger and better things. A couple of weeks ago, when I was filming a dance show, I was just chatting to one of the pupils, and they asked me, how long have I been filming for Neath College? And I thought about it. I thought it must be at least about 10 years, at least. Because I've filmed for different lecturers, performing arts lecturers, and it's crazy how quickly time goes by. It's crazy. I'm proud. One thing I take pride in is that I've never lost a client. I've said to clients I won't film for them again in a polite way, only because the way I do business was not compatible with how they do business. I work on trust, and, I genuinely trust my clients. And if I feel a client's being unethical in how they do business, then I tend to just not have anything to do with them. It hasn't happened very often, but there have been a couple of cases where I've had to say, look, I'm sorry, I can't film for you anymore. So yeah, I do take pride in the fact that when clients come to me, they stay with me. And the way I see it as we grow together. So my business depends on their business, and their business depends on my business, helping each other to grow. That's my approach. Initially, when I started my business, Amazon wasn't as popular as it is now. And I remember thinking when I was dealing with Amazon how fantastic they are. The customer care is superb. The prices are fantastic. Delivery next day, unbelievable. Even on Saturday or Sunday, they delivered. So I sort of used that model, that approach with my own business, which is why my clients absolutely love what I do for them. If your work's great, if your prices are great, your customer service is great, why would a client not want to deal with you? And this is something a lot of businesses don't understand. The lecturer that is putting this show on is the performing arts lecturer, is Bethan Griffiths. Honestly, when I met her for, years I've known her, I always used to think she was in her 20s. And I remember she had her 40th birthday. I couldn't believe it. She, honest to God, actually looks like a 20-year-old. I don't know how she does it. But the thing is, because she's so lovely, happy, friendly person, I think people like that never age. We age because, people start getting grumpy and, they let the world get to them. And it shows on their faces after a while. So, yeah, Bethan's definitely came as a shock when I found out how old she was. Such a lovely lady. So talented as well. Incredible at what she does. The building on the left-hand side is the Nidum Theatre, which is the Neath College actually has its own theatre, fully functional theatre. It's a lovely theatre. So the scaffolding obviously is not always there. They're just doing some repairs to the roof. But it's fantastic theatre. I filmed so many shows in there. And the technical team are so lovely. Ash, Colin and Dan, they're just geniuses at what they do. Colin's actually got his doctorate. And Ash, who's Colin's son, actually is doing his master's. So these guys really know their stuff. I personally have learned so much from them. It's incredible. I'm pretty sure Colin's got his doctorates. But he's certainly got his postgraduate degree. So now I've got to unload the car, get the ramp out, pull the trolley out and go and set up. Well, that was a truly spectacular performance. Their shows are always incredible. I mean, I'm exhausted, don't get me wrong. It's been a long day setting up and filming it. But, it's worth it. This is why I used 18 cameras today to film this show. Because there's so much talent on that stage, and it's criminal just using 2 or 3 cameras to film a show of this caliber. You really need to see the expression on every pupil on that stage to be able to do them justice. And performing arts is about expressions, and the whole acting is about emotion. So if you can't see the emotion on people's faces, close up of people's faces, you're never really gonna do them justice when you film a show of this caliber. Today was the first time I went backstage just to film them putting on makeup, doing hair. Obviously, the doors were open, so I wasn't there for costume changes and everything naturally. But makeup, hair, and putting on radio mics, I'd never seen that in Neath College before. It was a new experience for me, because I always used to think they get professional makeup artists coming in to do their makeups. But from what I saw, they put the makeups on themselves. I don't know whether they teach them how to do makeup as part of their course. I don't know. I have to find out, actually. That'd be interesting to know. But I noticed some of the dance department's pupils were down lending a hand as well. And that was lovely. But this is what I'm saying, how friendly the college is. And this is why all the past, well, not all of them, but majority of the past students still pay to come back and watch their shows that the current students put on. It's just such a friendly college. It's incredible. Love this college. Right, I'm just going to go home and start downloading 18 cameras, footage from 18 cameras, and that's going to take about a day. I'm going to be up most of tonight downloading the footage, because I can't sleep until I know everything is okay. All the footage are okay, camera angles are okay. I'm actually too excited to sleep. So I'll be up most of tonight and most of tomorrow downloading the footage, and then I'll start editing it.